So this evening we're going to talk about essential oils with aphrodisiac properties. These beautiful essential oils that we can use to help our libido that have great aphrodisiac properties. So the intention for this presentation is to talk about really the magnificent things about essential oils, specifically essential oils for our libido, a little bit of the science behind it, and the purpose of it is really for you to use essential oils with confidence so you can explore your oils and yourself and your partner. And also we're going to talk about the doTERRA membership benefits and how you can get your oils. So what are essential oils? They are extracts from different parts of the plant. They're super highly concentrated and they are super powerful. So they're even more powerful than a dried herb, 50 to 70 times more powerful than a dried herb. They're very affordable because really we only need 1 or 2 drops for the majority of what we're doing, and it's pennies per drop. Not only that, there are a wide range of uses. So you're using an essential oil for one thing, and you end up getting a bunch of side benefits. So it's not just, you're not just getting an essential oil and using it for one thing at one time, but you're getting a bunch of side benefits. What I love and why I got into doTERRA's essential oils is specifically because it's a company with a very high ethos, high quality of essential oils. And we can talk about the ethical and sustainable sourcing that doTERRA has, especially compared to a lot of what is available on the market. So a plant material will be sourced from different places around the world. doTERRA has partnerships with mostly family-owned farms, and some of them are cooperative farms. And a lot of these cooperatives are set up because they are from countries that are struggling financially. And the problem is the perfumery industry and other essential oil like companies, they kind of disregard the farmers as, you know, the last resort, or not the last resort, but they don't have a real respect for the farmers. And what they do is they go in there, the brokers will go in there and want to buy a big tub of essential oil or a bunch of product, and they'll haggle with the farmers and their different brokers. So normally essential oils go through at least 1 or 2 or 3 different brokers, and things can happen to the essential oil along the way to make it not as pure or sustainable. So doTERRA has cut all the broker middlemen out and deals directly, has relationships with the farmers, which is absolutely beautiful. Really great relationships where farms are paid fairly, with actually above what they are normally paid, quite a bit above, and their standards of living increase, and it creates more jobs for where the essential oil is sourced, because it creates good sustainable jobs. And the thing is a company like doTERRA, this is what they want. This is what they want, a sustainable source of a plant, or else what is the point of having a relationship with a farmer if it's not also environmentally sustainable? So that's a huge importance as well. Other brokers, you know, a company that buys from a broker might not really think about what the farmer is doing, because they're buying from a broker and they just say, oh, go get me, we're going to buy an oil from you or whatever. So that it creates a disconnect in between people, and it when you don't have a direct relationship, it creates that disconnect and that lack of authenticity and relationship, business partnership. So that's why I really love doTERRA. They're super transparent on their testing. doTERRA does 54 different types of tests. 11 of those tests are done through Aromatic Plant Research Center, which is a third party. And these tests are posted on the doTERRA source2u, source2u.com. And this can be, you can just Google source2u.com. And if you've got your little doTERRA bottle, you can look on the bottom and there's a batch number on the bottom of the oil, and you can search up exactly when that oil was sourced and what the chemical constituency is for that batch, that particular batch that you're holding. And the third-party tests results are also available. It's very easy to read, although some of the chemical constituencies go over my head, I will admit that. So some of the history when we're talking about essential oils that are used for aphrodisiacs, but also for many and many other things, but they've been used for centuries and centuries. The ancient Egyptians, the Grecians, East Indians, China, the Middle East, all use essential oils in remedies for a really long time. So I found this Egyptian scroll here, and there's a few that you can actually find where they're using essential oils to promote different aspects of their life. So I don't know if any of you knew this, but many of the pharaohs' tombs were found with vats of frankincense essential oil, and there was more frankincense essential oil found than gold, and I believed it was prized at least just as much, possibly more than gold. So we're going to dive right into aromatherapy for aphrodisiac use and loss of libido and libido. So loss of libido or loss of attraction can come from so many different causes. So it could be something physical. It could be you're not feeling well, thyroid, or medications can often cause problems with libido. But often, most often, it is something emotional, stress, fatigue, mental, emotional, ongoing things that happen. But it can also be physical. So it's one of the three: physical, mental, or emotional. So this is where essential oils can really have a huge impact. So here's just a quick neroli, ylang ylang, and lavender. So as human beings, we are very strongly impacted by the fragrance of aroma. So when we smell anything in, it goes into our limbic system that is located in the middle of the brain in that drawing, and it triggers memories. So you've probably already experienced this. As you're smelling something, it probably reminds you, it triggers a memory, right? It happens to all of us. And we can change those memory triggers by associating them with different experiences. But also, not only is this is a twofold really interesting thing about essential oils and how they affect our brain and our memory and the limbic system. So not only are they working on a chemical constituency where they're crossing a blood-brain barrier and they're going down our central nervous system, where different essential oils will affect our central nervous system in different ways, but it also affects our memory and our trigger. And if you're a sensual person, it kind of adds to that too. So when we're talking about essential oils physically having an effect on us, there's what's called a chemical constituency of each essential oil that affect us in different ways. So if somebody's stressed out for a certain reason, you might need calming oils or uplifting oils or energizing oils, whatever's going on. So if you want to elevate your mood to help reduce stress, or you might want to find different ways of increasing sexual energy and things like that. So one of the most simple ways of getting in the mood, really, is to relax. And essential oils can really provide this for us. Not only that, and they can provide a lot of other benefits. So relaxing is one, and also increasing circulation, etc. So these are some of the top essential oils that have aphrodisiac properties, and I'll go into it a bit more depth. So black pepper, cinnamon, sandalwood, ylang ylang, rose, jasmine, patchouli, and ginger. And they act differently in the body, and they affect us differently. So essential oils that are warming help to strengthen and stimulate circulation. And they stimulate, obviously, they stimulate blood flow, which is what we want. So in those are normally the warmer oils. Emotionally, that blood flow adds to a feeling of warmth, and brings on those types of emotions. So black pepper, cinnamon, ginger would all be warming oils. Now, always remember to dilute these warming oils when you're using them topically, because they can really get kind of hot, and you might not want to use them, especially in sensitive areas. Passion is one of the doTERRA blends. It's quite beautiful and has a lot of the warming oils and a lot of the oils that contain aphrodisiac properties, but it's also known as the inspiring blend. So there's the list with cardamom, which is warming, cinnamon, ginger, clove, sandalwood, jasmine, vanilla, and damiana. So several of those essential oils are known as aphrodisiac oils. What's mostly popular with men is normally the woodsy type of smells, sandalwood and patchouli and vetiver. So sandalwood is known as a very erotic scent, and both men and women love it, but it it has a deep tone in the perfumery industry, and it kind of lingers, and it's soft, and it's known to help promote emotional openness. Patchouli has a more woodsy, musky smell, and it helps to balance libido and the spirits. And then vetiver is great for focus. You know, if your mind is scattered, that can also be a bit of a turnoff. It's calming and it's grounding. And there's another magical blend with cedarwood, bergamot, and patchouli. So floral essential oils are especially great for women, but are also known to be stimulants and aphrodisiacs for men. But for women, they are a uterine tonic. So they help us with any kind of menstrual pain. They're very hormonal balancing, and they're a uterine tonic. So jasmine is known to enhance confidence, increase mood and energy, and I've experienced this firsthand. Rose is really great to open up the heart emotionally and physically, and it also provides immune support and circulatory support. So even though it's not a hot oil, it still helps with circulation. Ylang ylang is a well-known, that's actually the cover of the pictures, ylang ylang, and some people actually think the plant looks slightly phallic. But it is known to encourage attraction and support the circulatory system, and one of the most powerful essential oils. One of the little tips I've heard is you put a drop of ylang ylang on the inside of your legs to kind of get yourself in the mood. So touch and smell. So massage is a great way. So not only are you using these essential oils aromatically because of the smell from a massage, but you're also using them in touch. So here's a really nice ylang ylang, black pepper, ginger, and wild orange. So 3 of those, the top 3, would be great as aphrodisiacs, and wild orange is a great mood uplifter. So remember to put that in fractionated coconut oil for your massage. Here's a couple more in the mood for love blends. A date night blend with cinnamon, patchouli, rosemary, sandalwood, and ylang ylang. And in the mood, ylang ylang, wild orange, sandalwood, and cedarwood. So you can really explore. You can't go wrong making these blends. What I recommend is just trying a few drops at first and experimenting and writing down what you've tried and what you like most. So there's several ways that you can use essential oils to help promote romance. Aromatically in a diffuser, topically in a massage with that fractionated coconut oil or other vegetable oil. A few drops to the sheets and pillows, or in a spritzer where you can spray your pillows and your sheets. In the bath by adding a few drops to some Epsom salts, or if you're going to use any of the hotter oils, make sure that you use a carrier oil. And if you're using them on the body, it's highly recommended to use a carrier oil as well, so it really absorbs through the body and stays for a longer time. If you're using an essential oil straight on, that's fine, but it is going to diffuse faster because it's an aromatic compound, so it won't stay on the body as long without a carrier oil. So here I'm going to talk about nutrition and energy, because that is a major factor when we're talking about stamina and stamina in the bedroom and energy to do what you want to do. So the Lifelong Vitality Pack is an absolute must-have. I would not go without it. I take mine every day. I also take the Mito 2 Max, which is a great product to help with the mitochondria of the cells, to give them some life and enhance stamina and use of oxygen. So it helps. This is actually not recommended to take in the evening because it'll kind of give you a pick-me-up. But back to the Lifelong Vitality, that has all the minerals. So the Microplex is really important because it has 72 or 74 different minerals that we need, such as copper, magnesium, and then it also has nutrients that we need, vitamins and such, in a bioavailable form that's very easy for our bodies to absorb. Then we have our omega oils, and these are sourced, you can get them vegan or you can get the fish oils. And they have two different options. And the fish oils, from my understanding, are sourced very well through a source that doesn't use, they make sure there's no mercury or heavy metals in the fish before they're put in these vegetable or these capsules. And then the Alpha CRS, which is the Cellular Vitality Complex. And this is it's a memory enhancer. It is an anti-inflammatory. So if you're in pain and you're trying to get, sexy with your partner, it's not that fun. So having the right nutrients and anti-inflammatories in your body is definitely going to help how you're feeling in the bedroom. Also, just as a note, always drink plenty of water. Your skin needs your water, and really all of your body fluids need a lot of water. So drink at least half of your body weight in ounces. So for example, if you're 100 pounds, I'm just going to make this easy. I'm sure not many of us are 100 pounds. If you're 100 pounds, drink 50 ounces of water. You get what I'm saying? Okay, so that's however much you weigh, half in ounces, that's how much we should be drinking a minimum of per day. And I also from experience, highly recommend reducing sugar, especially. And then you might want to reduce other types of foods that don't match with you well. But I found sugar actually increases not eating sugar increases my energy quite a bit. So we're just going to talk about essential oil safety right now. So when using oils, if you accidentally, just avoid using or contacting the eyes, ears, other sensitive areas, including genitalia, especially with hot oils. But if you do accidentally touch with those areas, just flush it out with some vegetable oil, like fractionated coconut oil or any kind of other vegetable oil. Don't use water because water and oil don't mix. There's no point. Review the label, or what I really recommend doing is when you get your doTERRA oil, go onto the doTERRA.com site and search that oil and search what you can and can't do with it. And there's also blogs. So you get all these ideas of what you can do with your oils. It's really great. Citrus oils, avoid going out in the sun if you've used a citrus oil topically, because it can increase burns. Just like, that trick with some people would try to dye their hair and squirting lemon juice on their hair to try to bleach their hair, and it kind of works. Well, the essential oil, as we talked about earlier, is 50 to 70 times more powerful. So if I dropped a bunch of essential oil on my hair or on my skin, it's going to lighten it, or on your skin, it's going to burn. So don't do that. If you're going to use a citrus oil on your skin, which is a great cleanser for the skin, use it at night before bed, but not just before going into the sun. And remember, whether you're using essential oils topically, internally, you only need a few drops. Unless you're making a specific recipe in a roller bottle what needs more drops, that's fine. But for one-time use, you only need 1 or 2 drops. So this is how you get, there's so many ways you can get your oils, but I really highly recommend getting a wholesale account because you save a lot that way. The oils are 25%, or everything that doTERRA has when you get your wholesale account is automatically 25% off. So let's think about that. A wholesale membership, if you were to just buy, the membership is in Canada, $42, and United States, $35. If you buy 4 things at $25 each, and you're paying an extra 25% on that, that's pretty much already paid for that you've already paid for your yearly wholesale membership if you pay retail. So what I'm trying to say is you pay off your membership by buying not very much stuff. So you may as well just get your wholesale membership. The cool thing is you can also opt into rewards, and there are no, you don't have to buy anything. There's just incentives for you to buy. There's always incentives. So the kits are actually where you get the most savings. And the reason is that not only is a wholesale membership, when you buy a kit, when you first start with doTERRA, the wholesale membership for the whole year is waived, and all of the oils in the kit are already extra reduced. So you're not only getting 25% off, you're getting more like 35 to 55 and more off, depending on the size, depending on the kit you get, depending on the size of the kit you get. And you get your membership free. So the kit is definitely the best savings and the smartest way to buy your oils. Once you're a member, you can opt into what's called the loyalty reward programs. So not only you get everything for 25% below retail, but you also collect points to be able to redeem free products of your choice. So it's kind of like a frequent flyer, or the Costco, if you get one of those executive membership, you get 2% back in cash back. It's similar to that, but it's not 2%. It's 10 to 30%. Yeah, it's not 2%, it's 10 to 30. So for example, if I buy my Lifelong Vitality and a little oil, it costs me about, it's about 100 points. I get 30 points, which is about close to $30 back in credit points. So it's pretty rad. It's not just the 2%, it's 10 to 30. So the loyalty reward program is pretty awesome. And it's definitely worth it if you're going to get your oils. Also, again, more incentives. There's always a free product of the month. So if your order is 125 points between the 1st and the 15th, there's always a different free product available that you can have. And free education with me or on our team. So if you decide, once you've decided to buy your kit, you can choose whether, take your time, but you can choose whether you're just going to use the essential oils to really improve and manage your own and maybe your family's health and their lifestyle. Or if you want to, because you love these oils so much, you might not be able to help sharing them with people. And when you share your oils and your experiences with people, doTERRA has a great, super generous compensation plan that rewards people with money that consistently share over time. So this could help to pay for some of the oils that you want to buy or some of the products that you want to get. So it's extra cash, not just points. This has nothing to do with the loyalty reward points. That's anybody, customers included, that can do this. But if you do share your product, then you get some money back. And then you can also choose to build a doTERRA business. Working from home, you can actually educate other people about doTERRA and the lifestyle and the oils, and you can supplement and even replace your income. Now, and if you're interested in this or wonder a bit more about this, we can get you in touch with people who have actually successfully replaced their income, and they are near you too. So give me a shout. So if you have any questions about specific essential oils or about how to get your membership or about the business or how to share, please let me know what your questions are so I can answer them as well as I can or look for the answer. All right. Thank you. Questions? No? Okay. Message me if there are any questions later. Have a great one, everybody.